Chapter 26. A society may be defined as a group of extremely judgmental people who make social and moral laws for a large population without knowing what the real lives of those individuals are. Everyone is most concerned about society, even though they make the individual's life difficult as hell. What will society think? Society will not accept it. Your reputation in society will go down. It is fear, the kind that binds housewives to stereotypes. Geeta was convinced that most women would be happier if they stopped thinking about society and its norms, and instead did what was best for them. She still didn't know what had come over her when she had told her husband and in-laws off. For once, she cared less about what society would say if she answered back, and more about how she needed to. It was liberating. Maybe it was the encouragement that Sahil had given for her work, or the way he praised her, or her deep sense of frustration. All she knew was that when she came back with the girls, they were both happy, and that was all that mattered. Life had gone back to the same grind after that evening, but people around her began to realize that this small step by her was a giant leap for society. The thing about society was that everyone seemed more concerned about it than they were for you. But the minute you stopped caring about it or giving it much thought, it would dissipate into nothingness. Hence, society was nothing but a fear that was created to keep people in check. The fear that lived deep within you, that only you could release from your life. When Geeta took that step against her in-laws and husband in order to stand up for her children, she released a part of that fear. It wasn't completely gone, though. It would take years to understand it and then finally let it go. Society had conditioned women with such power that even if they wanted to not bother about it, they would think twice. Her in-laws had been deeply upset, as was Shailesh. He didn't speak to her that night as she made dinner and set the table. The entire family ignored her. She didn't know if she should apologize for her behavior, but a sense told her not to. So she stayed quiet as they all went into their rooms after dinner, and she tidied up. When she went downstairs the next evening to tell her girlfriends, they seemed extremely pleased. "I'm so proud of you, Geeta," Aarti exclaimed, giving her a hug. "I didn't know you lived with this pressure for so long." Geeta nodded. "I didn't want to tell anyone because, it's not nice to wash your dirty linen in public." "It's not dirty linen, Geeta," Natasha said. "We're friends. We need to help each other. We need to talk about what's actually happening so we can support one another." Natasha wanted to tell them about her own problems too. "That's right," Aarti said. "Women bottle up too much of their life because they think it's not good to talk about it. But sometimes we carry too heavy a burden that is important for us to talk to each other. We need an outlet. And if we're not there for each other, then how will anything change for any of us?" She secretly hoped to reveal her own secret to her friends. Sarita nodded. "Should I speak about our bedroom antics?" She decided to try. "I have a confession to make." Everyone looked at her. "I didn't get the fracture at the gym." Sarita cleared her throat. "I got it in bed. I kind of fell on Jay and twisted my arm while balancing on a harness." "Harness?" Aarti's eyes widened. She had never figured Sarita to be the wild kind. It was a complete shock. Geeta giggled. "That's amazing, Sari. You and your husband have such an amazing sex life." Natasha was also stunned. "Seriously? You're not making this up?" Sarita looked at her in mock anger. "Why would I make this up? It just makes me look like a fool anyway. But I thought I should share something with my closest friends. Now the problem is that Jay wants me to take the initiative, and I don't know what to do. We've had such a normal life for so long, but I don't know what new things are out there that would excite a man." Natasha laughed. "That's nothing new, babe. It's the same old thing, but you can try it in different ways. Use whipped cream, chocolate sauce, silk handkerchiefs, lace lingerie, or sex toys," Aarti said. I know, you get them on Yari Road, Sarita said, and the girls dissolved into peals of laughter. Suddenly, Sarita felt better. You have no idea how relieved I am that I've told you. You guys don't think I'm a freak, do you? The girls shook their head as Aarti gave her a hug. Geeta said, I didn't know there were such things at all. By God, I've learned something new today. The girls laughed harder. Oh, by the way, Natasha said, is anyone going for swimming after they've put up the massive wall to protect our dignity? Geeta replied, children have the swimming classes. The men are still peeping from their houses to see the women, but now, I don't think anyone cares. As long as a wall is there, the men seem to have done their duty to protect us. Geeta was seriously considering joining swimming and not telling Shailesh this time. What he didn't know wouldn't hurt him. Somehow, her outburst the previous day had given her confidence to do things her way. She wondered, though, when she would get the time, as she was starting her catering business this week. She and Sahil were planning to spend the next few days taking orders. Oh, Natasha suddenly remembered. Have you all been added to the society email group? Geeta nodded. I did get a mail. There was a link to join and add our email IDs. I've done mine. I'm useless at these things, Sarita admitted. Show me, please. Aarti opened her phone and saw the email and added herself. She showed Sarita what to do. There. So now we're all on the Sapphire Towers Google email group? Natasha said. How does it work? Sarita asked. Well, there have already been several complaints that some members have written about to the society group, Aarti said. Like what? Sarita asked. Aarti scrolled through her inbox. Like the lifts in C Wing not working, the parking attendants unavailable at their posts and engrossed in chattering, the security guards are sleeping through the night, also the gym is looking extremely shabby, the floorboards are creaking and no one seems to be doing anything about it. What a great idea this email group is, Sarita said. Now we can all air our grievances. Little did they know the role that the email group would play on their friendship.